By the time the meeting appeared on my calendar, the story had already been written. No agenda, all outcome. The packet was neat. The room was quiet. The chair was waiting like it already knew. That's how paperwork lies. Not loudly. Cleanly. He got the meeting. He got the room. He got the version with better lighting.
He didn't throw punches, he tilted the room.
My chair was empty before I was gone. That was the part I understood too late.
He edits the story while you're still in frame.
I didn't cry. I didn't collapse. That bothered them too.
Your name's in the air. Who said that? How to get there?
This route does not start with shouting. It starts with a handshake.
Every choice has a cost. Every choice has a cost. You wanted the crown. Now the crown wants blood.
Public felt safer. Public meant witnessed.
There she is. Come here.
Turkey.
Turkey?
Turkey, turkey,
Handshake only.
only. Turkey, turkey, you don't
Handshake
own
only?
me. Ooh, I felt it. That grin.
Very strict poultry policy.
Oh, he hates it when I don't fold in.
Okay, I guess.
I was just being friendly.
I know. Handshake friendly.
Always so formal.
Only during business hours.
That was awkward.
He was just saying hello.
The joke landed. The boundary didn't.
You look nice today.
Thanks.
You smell good.
That's the lotion trying its best.
He was just complimenting you.
The lotion appreciates support.
I meant it as a compliment.
Received. I'm going to go find the agenda.
And every boundary I drew that night turned into proof in his rewrite. Turkey, turkey.
Access became warmth. Refusal became tone.
So you dressed worse on purpose?
Strategically worse. The goal was not ugly. The goal was uninteresting. Oversized blazer, no sparkle, no softness, nothing that said, "Please narrate me in the hallway." Flat shoes, no makeup, hair back. I looked like compliance training with a pulse.
That sounds illegal.
It was accurate.
Like compliance training with the pulse in place.
I removed invitation. The office treated it like strategy.
He still noticed.
Of course he did.
Did it work? No, it didn't.
She doesn't even try.
That's what makes it worse.
Maybe that is trying.
Women clocked it. They saw the game.
The outfit was supposed to lower the volume. Instead, it gave them a new rumor shape. The break room was where people said things they wanted to deny later.
Must be nice.
The coffee?
No. Being his favorite little project.
Be nice, must be nice.
People notice things.
Terrifying hobby.
He barely looks at the rest of us.
They call it chemistry, I call it self-defense.
I wore a blazer big enough to hide an office printer. It was not a mating call.
No one said that.
Your eyebrows did.
Came and dressed for war. Blazer swallowing my name.
You act like you're avoiding attention.
But somehow, you're always in the middle of it.
That's not attention. That's poor workplace ventilation.
To confuse a target for a prize.
Maybe you like the chase.
I like direct deposit and quiet lunches.
You're quick with the jokes.
I'm slow with trust. Different department.
See? That.
The departments?
The edge.
Avoidance became strategy. Strategy became flirting.
Read the room before you do it again.
The room had picked a simpler story. The hallway had witnesses. That did not make it safer. I brought a clipboard. Not for notes. For architecture.
You walked in smiling like the room was yours.
Great work on the rollout.
Thanks.
Come here.
Soft shoes, hard eyes, measuring my face.
Handshake works.
Still,
Very durable format.
always so formal.
The clipboard brings it out of me.
You know, warmth matters.
Then the clipboard is learning.
I know that look, I know that game.
She embarrassed him.
In front of everybody.
The hug failed. So the room studied the refusal.
You build the story before you say my name.
I want us to have a good working relationship.
Same.
It just feels guarded.
It has a clipboard.
That edge can make people uncomfortable.
I'll ask the clipboard to soften.
Final boss smile, final boss smile.
The clipboard became edge. Edge became approachability. Approachability became tone.
Every choice has a cost.
Leadership update. Clipboard has been accused of poor warmth. Pending investigation.
Final boss smile, final boss smile. I can feel my pulse get lost.
You label your lunch like it has legal counsel.
It does.
Your yogurt was expired.
Still had rights.
And the creamer?
Under protective custody.
You tagged your lunch like law. Tiny note, big attitude.
You're ridiculous.
Efficiently.
That is somehow true.
Everybody plays it safe with your paper thin demeanor.
Sorry to interrupt.
You're fine.
Morning.
Quick word.
She asked for a private word and I feel the air change pitch. You
I'll give you space.
You don't have to. Space left the room before he did.
the room grows slow, your name hangs
just grabbing sugar.
Could you step back?
Of course,
I need a little room like it's part of your prayer.
I wanted to discuss rapport,
Rapport?
warmth, ease, connection.
People come to me.
For answers, not always connection.
You give answers, not a hand, and they call that distance.
A little more space, please.
See,
See what?
that guardedness.
That was proximity.
It reads colder than you think.
But I see the way you guard every small resistance.
He reached for sugar, then reached for language.
Tone matters.
So does distance.
That's the edge.
Label it, keep your little world in line.
Coffee incident. Sugar used as vehicle. Warmth now requires standing room only.
Label it, if they cross, you draw the line.
HR rooms always look soft first. That is part of the furniture.
They clean the stain. They bent your name.
Before we discuss the physical touching, I want to step back.
That sentence moved.
Moved?
The evidence.
Reverse the truth, let it bloom.
We're gathering context
For his hands,
for the dynamic.
there was no dynamic. He is my supervisor.
Back felt hands you never asked for.
Would you describe the relationship as friendly?
Professionally polite.
Employee notes interpersonal tension with leadership style.
That is not what I said.
They rewrote my note. They rewrote my note.
Can you use neutral language?
He keeps touching my back after I asked him to stop.
No.
Employee expresses discomfort with leadership warmth.
Please replace that.
With?
His hand was on my body.
Leadership warmth on a paper trail.
That wording may feel inflammatory.
To whom?
We want this constructive.
The wording did not touch me. His hand did.
You don't get to dress it nice when a hand goes past the line.
We can note that you perceived it as unwanted.
Sequence matters.
Perception matters too.
Then write both.
Put fog on the file and called it control.
HR update. Hands entered the room. Warmth left with the notes. By the time I left, the hand had softened, and my correction had a temperature.
Your truth got dressed up. Now it walks real slow.
The second room looked like the first, only colder.
They said a few were concerned, but nobody said my name.
We've had a few people come forward
About the touching,
about the environment, about how things feel around you.
Not about what crossed the line. Now it's how I should explain.
around me.
Not assigning blame,
That usually means you are preparing to.
trying to be proactive.
They call it repair when they pre-write what they share.
Some people have described you as guarded, hard to read, a little difficult to approach.
People,
Multiple people.
named,
We need to protect confidentiality.
Names just shadows, no proof, just air.
This is an opportunity
for what?
to reset, to show that you can partner productively with leadership,
With him,
with your supervisor.
Soft threat, not done yet.
Try to get along with him. He has expressed that he wants a positive working relationship.
after I asked him not to touch me.
We understand that is your perspective, but moving forward, we need to see effort from both sides.
Both sides.
Yes, tone, approachability, collaboration.
Tried to get along, tried to play it nice. Tried to make his version sound like good advice.
So his hands are now my collaboration issue.
That's not how we would phrase it.
No, I noticed.
The story leaves his body and moves into my tone.
That was when I understood the complaint had traveled, not as evidence, as a warning label.
They made me the warning label. Warning label. Put my name on the file like I made the room unstable. Warning label. Warning label. He moved first, but I'm the one they call unable. Tried to get along, tried to play it nice. Tried to make his version sound like good advice. Warning label. Warning label. My boundary came in clean.